Howdy, Leo. I hope you're doing well, my darling. I'm just here to give you a tarot reading for February right now. I wanted to just tap into your energy a little bit, see what you're dealing with right now, who you're dealing with if you're talking to somebody, but also talking about, personal reflections, what might be going on behind closed doors for you, just introspectively, right? Spiritually as well. Regardless of what you believe in or what you practice, I always connect to my spiritual team to bring forth any type of message that they feel is relevant for you, Leo, spiritually. So you can take the message if you want to, but let's just connect to this storyline here and tell me this is your story. So I pulled the Four of Wands here for you, Leo, as well as the Justice card, and then the Two of Pentacles. So Leo, I feel like you're at a point in life right now where I like where it is that you are, but I feel as if you have so much going on. Like, to me, it's like I'm looking at the back of the deck now. You want to create so much, you want to do so much. This gives me like the energy, if I were to make an example out of this, Leo, it's like the motivation that you get at like 3 o'clock in the morning, where it's like you want to like change your diet, work out every day, like you want to do all these things, right? And I feel as if you have like the motivation and like the mindset. Like I don't feel this need right now for you, Leo, to like give some type of pep talk to you. Not, maybe this reading will eventually get into that pep talk, but right now to me it's like I'm happy with where you're at energetically. Now obviously, you might be hearing that, Leo, and you're just like, well, Velka, honey, there's a lot that I want to improve on, right? There's a lot that needs to change, some bills that need to be paid. Like, I get it, my darling, right? But I think the reason why I like this so much for you right now, Leo, is that it's almost as if, and it's going to be corny, but it's almost as if like the world is your oyster right now. It feels to me like you can make the choice in like whether you want to focus more so on your financial pursuits or whether you want to focus more so on your spiritual goals. I won't be surprised if you've been noticing like a certain calling showing up in your life consistently. For example, it doesn't have to be, but like Hecate showing up consistently regardless, as like this. You might be getting like a calling in that nature, something popping up in your dreams that, your spiritual team is just essentially trying to build that connection to you. You can also make the choice when it comes to your social life. The Four of Wands lets you know that you are at a really good point right now to connect to other people that are part of your soul tribe. Now, what is your soul tribe, right? I like to use soul tribe because I don't want to get lost in the soul or twin flame, soulmate type of terminology. Not that there's anything wrong with it. But we all have our different belief systems about it, right? But essentially what I mean by this is that someone that you have like that deep spiritual connection with, right? And it doesn't even have to be romantic. The Four of Wands, it does have that romantic aspect to it, but ultimately it's about having like partners in crime for you, because I feel as if I'm connecting to a Leo that takes like their friendships just as seriously as their relationships. Three of Pentacles is that confirmation. We're just going to continue pulling from the back of the deck here. Three of Pentacles in the heart of the spread. You are somebody, Leo, that like takes your friendships just as seriously as like your personal like romantic relationships. I feel as if for you right now, Leo, you can make the choice for a couple different things, even if you are feeling a little bit more of a hermit right now, Leo. I'm just gonna give you some advice on like if I was in your position, what options you have. If you were to choose like your career development right now, or if you were to choose your social life, doesn't really matter, because both aspects would be involving your social life in some way. You know what I'm saying? Just in a different way when it's associated with your career. I feel as if when it comes to your career, your spiritual team would be bringing forth people that would help bring certain things to life, whether that means being able to provide something to you, to the resources to be able to help you bring a project to life, or whether it's like some wisdom, some guidance being instilled in it, or maybe it's just the impact of the relationship that you have with them, and it continues to motivate you to hone in on like creating, there, right? You have the Six of Wands in the back of the deck as well. Like 2025 overall for you, Leo, like you're on a really good path right now. Again, every time I say this, I feel this need to like acknowledge and say, it's like, yes, I understand that there's some stuff you want to improve on, Leo, and that you want your life to improve on. But just energetically, I just like where things are going for you. But I think where the problem has been for you, Leo, is that you just, it's like if you wanted to like focus in on like your social life, for example, it's like you need some burdens taken off of you, right? That's what I feel as if like is your frustration right now. It's like you need some burdens taken off of you. How you accomplish that, I would more so just strongly suggest going into that Three of Pentacles some more. All right, I feel as if people are going to be part of the answer. So start looking into different communities. All right, and again, I just will brush by this for my more spiritual Leos, but again, if you are more spiritually inclined, I won't be surprised if you have been having some type of calling showing up in your life. It could be, you know, something as simple as like cardinals or moths showing up repeatedly there, but I do feel as if your spiritual team is trying to connect to you. All right, so let's get into your social life, who you are dealing with right now. If you are dealing with somebody, Leo, let's see what's going on here. All right, we're gonna change. Actually, no, this feels correct. We're going to continue using this tarot deck here. I was going to change so we had like a fresh slate here, but I think this is all, I think this is good. So, all right, Leo, right off the bat, we have this Knight of Wands. Some of my folks in here already know how I feel about a Knight of Wands. I love a Knight of Wands, but the Knight of Wands is one of those people, like when you're dealing with these types of people, it's like they're lovely and you will really be able to connect to them passionately, but the Knight of Wands is like they only are being able to be passionate for like what's in front of their face, and they typically can run being a little bit immature. King of Swords, and then the Sun energy. So Leo, you're dealing with somebody right now that overall I feel as if they want to have a life with you. I feel as if there's something in regards to the intellect. I don't know if maybe perhaps they perceive you as that King of Swords, where they are just intimidated by having conversation with you there. But I do feel as if the Knight of Wands lets me know like the person you're connecting to is like their intentions are pure, but you might be dealing with someone that, yeah, you might be feeling as if you get breadcrumbed a little bit, where it's like there's always like an open-ended conversation, where it's like you start the conversation, but it's never like you get to a point to where the conversation gets delicious, right? Where you're actually able to get to like the meat and potatoes, to get to really know somebody. It just stays either on the surface level or just, yeah, that's what it is. It feels to me like it just maintains on the surface level. I don't, you know, and that could be a sign of like someone that is just more so afraid of committing. But again, with the Knight of Wands, it's like they may say they want like a relationship, you know, they may say they want like friendships and, you know, all that there, but they also have all these other things that they want to do. And just because they want these things doesn't mean they're necessarily ready for it. A Knight of Wands typically has to have their rambunctious period there before they're able to like settle in and be able to like take something serious, as serious as you, because I do feel as if they take you seriously here, Leo. They do respect you as that King of Swords in some way. And it's coming from a, like, regardless of how it is, how it's manifesting, even if like it comes from a place of insecurity. It's almost like I'm being shown almost, Leo, like people, they feel as if they need to like go to ChatGPT first and like get their perspective or get some type of editing first before they come towards you, because it's like they want to be able to, I don't know, there's some type of like feeling threatened intellectually, or more so maybe they're just intimidated by like what's going on internally there. Maybe there's like you're just like more so a hard person for them to read. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles here. So how do I feel about this energy here, my friend? All right. I feel as if you're dealing with somebody that has the right intentions. I feel as if, though, that they are at a point in time in their life of where they need to kind of figure certain things out. They're in a Knight of Wands journey right now, but that's not where they really need to be. They need to be on the Knight of Pentacles journey, but it's almost as if someone that is afraid of like growing up, for example, right? It's like that person that's clinging on to their youth or clinging on to like an old way of life there. Not to say like in association with you and their desire towards you is part of that old life, but it's almost as if like they haven't realized the parts of growing up and adulting and maturing also looks like changing how you show up in the world. It's almost as if this person excuses a lot of their behaviors for being like, oh, well, that's just how I am. You know, I'm always just late. And it's like, well, no, you're making the choice to be late. It's not something that's in your DNA to be late. You can change that, but you're choosing to just identify with being late. And I feel like this is something that you deal with them. That's like where a big frustration comes in for dealing with this person, because it's like you're able to feel something energetically with them and it feels strong, and then you get confused by the behavior afterwards when it's not like in the heat of some type of moment. And so you might be having like something that comes to my mind where it's just like, all right, is this person even ready? Does this person even want this here? I feel like you deal with a lot of mixed signals with this person. But you're not crazy in terms of the connection, friend. So I don't even think this is like a connection that you need to give up on necessarily. All right. 6 of Swords coming out in the back of the deck. For some of you, that's just the point that you're pushed to. For some of you, you're probably just at this point of where you can acknowledge the significance of this connection, but you realize potential doesn't pay the bills. And not only does potential not pay the bills, but you have this mindset, and I don't think it's even wrong, where it's like, all right, if this person's part of my soul tribe, if this person's gonna be meant to be part of my life, I'll walk away right now, and eventually our paths will link back up if it's truly meant to be. Like, I feel like I'm being shown like hands being up, like you're kind of just like washing your hands clean of the situation. It's interesting here, Leo. I don't think this is a bad person. I just feel as if like until you start seeing this person come into this maturity here, instead of having like their quarter life, midlife crisis, whatever it is, you're kind of just banging your head against a brick wall with them here. Again, I do think their intentions are pure. I just think they're just avoiding making the transition in their life of like growing up, essentially. Again, I'm not trying to imply that who you've been dealing with is juvenile, but sometimes people can have the right intentions, but if they're not willing to change and evolve with the times and with the relationship, then sometimes you have to just let it go until they're able to appreciate you. And sometimes it requires losing you first, which I feel like that's the point you're at. So I love you so much, my beautiful Leo. I hope something in this tarot reading resonated with you. If it did, let me know how it did. If you want to connect to me on other social media platforms or to book a private reading with me, just go down below and you'll see the links to my social medias, but just search SimplyVelca anywhere and you'll just probably find me, Leo. And then again, if you want to book a private reading with me, I only do my business through my website. All right. So if you want to do a one-on-one Zoom call, or if I just record a reading for you, it's all just through my website, friend. All right. So I love you so much, my Leo, and I will connect to you sometime in the near future when I feel called to give you another message. All right.